I love it. And I think right now I'm suffering from, and I don't know if anyone can relate to this, it's a little hard to allow yourself even to find joy in things that are things like that, gardening, whatever, because we're so hyper aware of
Mhm.
the terrible things that are happening in our country and in our government and to human beings that we all love and care about, our neighbors, people all over our country, people all over the world. And so it's hard to even let yourself do the enjoyable parts of life. It feels very contradictory. How are you managing that? It sounds like I can interpret that you are allowing yourself to take joy in nature and those beautiful things and still appreciate it. But are you warring a little bit with this?
Yeah, I mean, I think like most activists out there, I've definitely experienced a lot of burnout, and I've had to really schedule in and be really intentional about, finding joy, spending time with friends, with family, outside in nature. I think, we were working so much towards land justice, we forget that land itself heals us as
Mm.
well. And so we have to take advantage of that and build that relationship. And it really is part of creating sustainable movements. I really think about what type of community we want to build and how can we live in that way already, despite all the ongoing crises.
I love that. I think that I love that you touched on activist burnout because, of course, we know in the activist world that is a real problem. And even for our organization, Support and Feed,
Yeah.
we have to encourage our community leaders to take care of themselves
Mm-hmm.
because it doesn't actually ultimately help these movements if people burn out and can't do it. You have to kind of take care of yourself.
Yeah.
And for me, like nature, I have these beautiful plants outside my window, which is why I do this right
Oh,
here. These little, I'll show you because they're so pretty and they're just so gorgeous. And can you see
oh
these
my
little?
God.
It's a
They're
beautiful.
beautiful.
I know they're so pretty, and they're often like just full of hummingbirds. So I love
Oh,
I love being here, and I love trees, and I'm literally like when I see a tree, and of course trees are really everywhere, but every single tree is so magical. So I think
yeah.
about people like who my friend Vicky, who's always watching. She lives in Manhattan, but there's
Mm-hmm.
the most beautiful trees in Central Park. And so for me, it's finding something in nature that gives me a chance to breathe. But of course, there are areas of our country where we are very devoid of green spaces and plants and
Yeah.
trees.